Opinions expressed on this show do not reflect that of the staff and management of WNOV and W293CX 106.5 FM Courier Communications Milwaukee, but are the sole comments of the host and guest of this particular show.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Latoya, and I'm with my co-host Brian with Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. What's up, Brian? How's your Monday morning?
What's going on, Milwaukee? Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices, as Latoya just said. Of course, we are back in the mix. We got some sun again, 2 days in a row. I'll take a little bit of that sun. I'm doing pretty good. Feeling good about the week, feeling highly motivated. I'm looking forward to all the challenges and things that are coming our way, whether it's work related or, positive challenges coming through, the personal life as well. So we're just looking forward to getting things done. That's all I can see. 2025 is, already showing itself. So we're just going to keep showing it on our own level and keep building up. And what I'm excited about is really people. And I know it sounds cliche, whatever, but I'm really excited about the opportunity that's going to be coming my way, your way, and everybody that we work with. It's a year for, change and growth and development. So, I'm saying, do what you got to do to take care of your own people, take care of your life, and, change the ways, get to that gym, get to read, whatever, get to analyzing and paying attention to some of the things we'll be doing, because we also want to make sure we'll be highlighting, what's important to you, whether it's local news or just some things that to keep you aware. We don't want to go too deep into certain topics with this being so sensitive lately, but we're also going to make sure that we give you the full spectrum of those topics and make sure that we bring those facts. So,
all right.
Latoya, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty smooth. I'm glad it got a lot warmer out here, but yeah. I kind of just relaxed, chilled at home, made me some pinto beans,
right?
Cornbread.
Okay, so you was okay. You doing the old good one, huh? The good Southern comfort, or the comfort. Everybody loves some good pinto beans and cornbread. Yeah. I finally opened up that gumbo I had made that's been sitting in the freezer since I made it. So I unthawed it and it went right back to where it was. Oh man!
No.
So I decided yesterday. This is food related because we like to talk about food, as in Wisconsin Voices. We all like to eat at the office as well. Speaking of all the coworkers, before I get to talk about my story, I do want to shout out everybody on the team, from Nicole, Lanisha, Joe, Shanita, Angelique, of course. Who did I miss? Anybody?
Tamika. That's it.
I know. I was waiting for you to take something from me. Yeah, but
that's it.
I decided I'm gonna do a few small pre-orders of the gumbo when I do it.
Oh, okay.
So my next batch I'm gonna do a sale. And
that's what's up. Yeah.
I'm gonna do some orders.
You be on point with the flavors, so it'll be worth it.
So I'll make sure some of y'all go ahead and hop in that. I know you gonna grab one, so I ain't worried about you. I'm gonna make sure it's right. So this week, Latoya, what have you seen going on? Before we get into too many topics, but what have you seen going on locally or nationally that has gotten to you the last few days? What has caught your attention?
Just a lot things with this ISIS thing, man.
Yeah.
I was reading one story wherein
ICE, not ISIS, right?
ICE.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you said ISIS
for immigration.
Okay.
ICE.
Okay. ICE. Okay. Cool.
I was reading one story in Boston where they arrested man that they said was an immigrant from Haiti.
Okay.
And said he was a big gang member and he was known there to sell a lot of drugs. So I feel like it's like you're gonna put this story where most of the people that's immigrants are gang members and gang bangers, and to me, I don't feel like that's so true.
Yeah, I think that well, I know before we started the show, I was mentioning a couple of things that I've seen as well that had kicked off, and one of the things that we seen, and I know last week.
Let me say something
What's
else,
up?
Brian. Also, I was watching the news this morning, and I thought of it being a good idea. I don't know the gentleman's name, but he has a boxing ring, and he wants to start teaching kids how to box again. He said he feel like that would help deter them from being quicker to shoot one another.
Mhm.
And I said that's a good idea because not to fight, but it's to get the energy out too as well for you or get that stress out, because when you hit that boxing bag and you stressed out, that's releasing stress. So I seen that as well, and I seen a couple of shooting incidents this weekend, and it just alarmed me. A couple of different incidents that alarmed me, not even only shooting. I noticed that two 14-year-old boys got shot. I believe one lived, I believe one passed away. And then I also seen two 65-year-olds. One, she ran over a gentleman and killed him. And then the other one got shot Sunday night at 1 something in the morning. And I was just talking to some of the ladies out there. We was laughing. I said, shoot, I'm dang near 50 and I go in the house about 6 o'clock. I don't be doing the nightlife.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can't say. A 65-year-old don't have the right to be out there at 1 in the morning, but I'm like, shoot, I leave that nightlife for y'all young folks. I don't
and
engage.
There's nothing wrong with going out. Believe me, there's nothing wrong with going out. It's just about the company you keep with and going out. Not only, like you said, not only were those incidents, pertaining to community, crime and accidents and things to that extent. You had, you have a lot of people that tend to, as you can see, go out and they drive reckless. And I was even looking at an accident outside of the city or the state of Wisconsin, but it was pertaining to a Milwaukee resident. A young lady was in Iowa driving, and I believe in Dubuque. She was from Milwaukee, and rest in peace and condolences to her and her family as well. But she ran a stop sign at an intersection in Dubuque, Iowa, Friday, and she passed away. So she got hit by a semi truck on her driver's side.
Did you hear about they found the lady had been missing for a while, and they found her body on top of the hospital building?
Or is this
in Illinois? So I was like, wow, what is going on? Well, how did her? When I read, and that is a true story, and I was like, oh my goodness, how would you find somebody? How did their body get on top of the building? Like, okay, we have a caller on the air. Caller, you on the air?
Yes. Good morning. It was also a lady, 59 years old, on the expressway off of Brown Street. Got hit by a car. I don't know if she passed away. But
she
that was
did.
either early. She did?
Yeah, she was walking on the. I think her car got stranded or something, and she was walking on the freeway or so. Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, I didn't hear in depth, but thank you.
I mean, it's a lot going on for it to be January and it to be cold. It's a lot going on. Like,
man, listen.
Man,
a whole lot. I mean,
like, calm down, people. Calm down. Pipe down.
Yeah, I experienced something so crazy over this weekend that it still.
I've seen what you were saying. I read it. I read it to
my mind.
What?
Crazy.
That was wild.
I was contracted to play at this funeral. I was at this funeral, and while at the funeral, the lady that was funeralizing her mother, her daughter died at the funeral, and I'm just like mentally, I'm messed up.
Whoa.
I mean, just to,
You was at a church?
Yeah, I was at a church, and prayers to the family. Prayers to the family. I know this is a terrible situation, and emotions is everywhere. So I just want to say to y'all publicly on the air, so sorry for your loss, and those that was there at the service. You know, that has to cope with seeing that.
Oh, that's trauma.
Pray that, you know, and that you find some way somehow to deal with that situation, because here it is Monday morning and I'm still,
of course,
sideways, and I've been doing services for over 30 years. And this one is one that's for the record books for me.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
Yeah, the odds of that.
Yeah,
and my condolences and prayers to the local family as well, and the people that attended the the funeral, and of course you as well, just for mental, praying for you as well, just for mental clarity, and just clarity, and just being able to, get through that. That's a lot to see, Yeah, I've been to weddings and funerals.
Sometimes
on the same
it's best for us, and I'll say this: sometimes it's best for us to go seek treatment, therapy, because that's a trauma within a trauma.
Trauma within a trauma. Yeah.
You're already grieving from your loved one, and then to watch another one pass right there at it. Oh my God, I could see it on your face, Jermaine. That definitely their family. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Yeah. So that was it's just, it's a lot going on, but
you can't even say nothing, can you, Brian? It's like, we just,
I mean, it's just got to be able to process it, and as much as we are struggling with a lot of things, we have to continuously keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, find ways to meditate and clear your mind as best as way you can. I would say alcohol and drugs wouldn't be the case, but I would say working out. Jermaine knows this, working out, and he has musical therapy to get him through things. So that's a blessing and a gift to have, to be able to go that route. I did want to tap in and on a lighter note, but it's still on a serious note and kind of a perplexing note as well. How when we talk about how ICE, going back to ICE, and looking at how ICE arrest was, they did hit the country yesterday and this past weekend, like a frenzy of arrests across the country last week. As you've seen, they were starting to hit some of the cities on the East Coast. Looks like they made their way to some of the other safe haven cities. But we're going to go ahead and take a call real quick, since we like to get to your callers, so we won't have y'all waiting. So caller,
you on the air?
You're on the air.
Yes, Action Wisconsin.
Hold up, wait.
Wisconsin voices.
Wait, we ain't gonna be doing. Look, we ain't gonna be doing. We gonna start screening your call, man. We love you, man. Hey, we love you, and we thank you for your service.
Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, you said it wrong. You over here trying to troll us on the radio, talking about some action.
No, I'm not. I'm just messing.
I know. How you doing? Happy Monday to you.
Hey, back at you. But what I want to say, Wisconsin, Action Wisconsin. the reason why I called is I just had a question I'd like to throw at you, okay? If I may, Latoya, if I may, okay. Well, I was reading a Milwaukee Journal, okay, written by Mary Sputsusa and Hope Knott, and what that was, they was talking about this young lady by the name of Sam Cofield.
Yeah.
KU. Okay, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Not she's a meteorologist.
Yeah, for
channel
CBS 58,
right?
Yeah.
So y'all already on it?
Yeah, I'm on it. So yeah. So what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what happened was that just to kind of highlight the community if they don't know, and I was one of the things I was going to talk about is a meteorologist for CBS 58. Like you said, Sam, I think Cofield. She after Elon Musk's salute had made some ripples or kind of threw off the people across the country, she had went online and pretty much said that, you know, if you ride with dude,
personal line,
right? You know what she said. So, and it got
she was
her.
telling the truth.
Yeah, she, you know, she was telling her truth. Yeah, she was telling her truth at that moment.
I mean to cut you off, young man.
No, it's cool. No, she's telling her truth at that moment. You know, you know, and I understand. You know, emotions from both sides are high right now. But you are right. You know, a person is freedom of speech, but you know, there are groups like the National. I believe it's the Democratic Society. They are calling for CBS 58 to rehire her. I'm sorry for cutting you off. What were your opinions on that?
I was the one that was cutting you off, but thank you, young man, because you're telling the butt naked truth, and that's what I appreciate about. Well, I'm not going to say it again. Wisconsin Action, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin Voices.
But you know, y'all are for real. Y'all are for real. But what I'm trying to say, my question is, how do you feel what you're doing for the community, what your organization is doing for the community? And Latoya?
Yes.
What you and everybody in the studio at your organization are doing, thank you respectfully for the community. Do you feel a challenge on that? Because what they did to this young woman, don't you think they're trying to promote that and try to wipe out everything people come and tell the truth about and stand up for and be for real about? So how are you protected?
So it depends on what her contract was with CBS
Studios. I read that.
Yeah, and if it because I know that about news reporters, they are to stay completely nonpartisan. Yeah, nonpartisan.
Depending. Depending, because they asked. While I was reading the newspaper, as I just said, Milwaukee Journal, people that wrote this, they did also do some interviews and research with a few professors nationwide. Now, some had comments. They said, like you just said, depending on your contract or something like that, you have to know about it. But most time it doesn't. But how she was punished, what I got of it, the really bit she did was telling the truth about Elon Musk. She hadn't been fired for that. Maybe suspended, or maybe disciplined some kind of way. But what I'm trying to say, when you tell the truth about something like you are doing in your organization, y'all up there in the studio telling the truth.
Yeah.
So who's gonna come after you next?
I get what he's saying. I get what you're saying. You're right. They punishing everybody. Actually, if you really look at this administration, it's really about retaliating from the last election and him not getting his way.
It's called Nazi.
Yeah.
Nazi occupying. So don't get mad at me for being an old veteran, because I did more than being an old soldier that served in Vietnam in the United States Marine Corps. I don't have to be a soldier that served in the United States Marine Corps to look at and understand what they're doing. They're trying to be an occupier. They're trying to be a dictator. So what I'm saying, what protections do you have for yourself? Because I will hope to lose y'all. I hope to lose WNOV 860. But the way they're going now, you never know, because that's just a first start.
Because we're protected under our job rights.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. We're protected under our job rights. We have the right to be nonpartisan, and we can also say how we feel about things. That's one thing about working in the field and the line of work we work in. We have the right to express ourselves, and our company will not dismiss us because we expressed ourselves. If they need be, they will discipline us and say, don't say that, on the radio anymore, or backtrack that information, but not so far as to you're fired.
Yeah, so thanks for calling, caller. Appreciate that. Looks like we got another one calling. You're on the air, Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices. Latoya Bryan.
Boy, yeah, Tyrone W. speaking. Good morning.
Tyrone W. speaking.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I can always, get down and laugh with you and everything, but I guess I got to get my ears straight this morning. So, first of all, Mr. Rideout, Mr. Carvey, especially Mr. Rideout,
we got Debo in the building today.
Well, okay, he ain't doing nothing.
You ain't lying.
But anyway, what's up, man, Debo? But condolences to the family. You know, man, that's rough. That hit my heart pretty hard there for her to, you know, pass away like that in the presence of the one that was being, you know, eulogized. That's present condolences to that family. And Mr. Rideout, just be strong, man. Like I said, you know, if you need to talk about it, you know, contact me a little bit later on, you know, when you get to the crib.
Got you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. So, you know, we can just chop it up, you know. Bucks play tonight, by the way, anyway. So out in Utah. So Utah Jazz tonight and then Portland tomorrow. So a little something to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did mention sports because they
help me get my ears straight though. I don't know if that was so. Did somebody say something about Elizabeth Cox Jones getting hit or something or passing away or something? I just wanted to make sure I got it straight.
No.
Okay.
He was talking about the incident that happened when the young lady got hit by the truck. That you was just talking about that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was in Iowa. I was just mentioning. The reason I mentioned that is because it was in Milwaukee. You know, I like to speak about Milwaukee.
Are they Wisconsin? Are they cognizant?
No. It was an individual from Wisconsin, and I was the reason why I mentioned it is because you know, a lot of people from Milwaukee tend to have, and even myself included, have had you know situations in traffic accidents, etc.
Oh yeah.
So you just gotta be mindful. And I was just saying, you know, not condolences to that family, but also you know. Just having people being aware of you know of your surroundings. You know, defensive driving has to be on point. I don't care if you in Wisconsin or if you all the way out in Colorado.
Right. Absolutely.
Defensive driving has to be on point. We rather you come back from your trip versus you having to be shit back.
I know I'm up and down the dial and everything, but I know there's a certain individual that says your head's got to be on a swivel. Look both ways before you cross the street. Look and green don't always mean go. So I'm gonna steal that from him for right now.
No, for real. No, for real.
You know, that's absolutely true. I mean, you know, man, it's crazy out here. So yeah. Well, okay, I'm tuned in, so I didn't want to stuck all of you out the show. So have a good one. We'll talk possibly tomorrow. We'll talk between now and Super Bowl Sunday for sure. So
all right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, he did mention that the Bucks play tonight. We also got our Super Bowl picks.
I ain't trying to hear nothing about nothing. We ain't gonna have, it's too early. Let's wait on that talk. It's not a sports show. I don't want to go into that because we'll be talking about that for too long because it's starting to look a little sketchy either way. But we'll talk about that maybe.
Because they keep going back.
Yeah, that and just some of them claws from yesterday's game.
That's what it is.
The NFL and the NBA is looking real suspect, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know. But so yeah, man. So but I was looking at y'all. Yeah, so let me tell you. So I've been looking at this stuff and it just keeps scrolling and it keeps coming to my phone and it's just like I'll be like, I was just saying, like, dude, are we in a Twilight Zone? With some of the stuff that's going on is crazy, just the things. And there's so much to say, but I told you before we got on, I don't want to go too deep because I know it's a day where we're going to have to go deep. Mm-hmm. I just rather not hit everybody with the same, because our approach for Wisconsin Voice is going to be a little bit different when it comes to reporting on it, you know. But also, I don't want to just be drilling the listeners and the viewers with all the things that's going on with these executive orders or some of these moves that have been impulsively thrown on people all across the country. But this right here kind of took the cake for me. ICE arrests dozens of Chicago as part of targeted operation with Dr. Phil broadcasting live. So he out there broadcasting live with them like he on the. No, I'm not lying. Dr. Phil is out on the streets with the they call him the border Cesar. Tom Homan, who, if you don't know who Tom Homan is, look him up. He's the guy that's, you've been seeing him. He's did multiple CBS interviews. He's the ones that's been saying. Now, when I watched a CBS interview the other day, I think this was either the second or this is my second getting closer to the election, or into the inauguration. It was showing him saying that how they're going to be, starting these smaller deportations and then building it up to the point where you'll be seeing millions getting deported. One thing about that is just like, okay,
that's what's up.
We knew and we heard about your plan. I'm at the point now. It's like the manpower, how.
Yeah, but it's kind of you went away from it a little bit, but it's kind of
Well, the Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I know. I was coming back. No, I was coming back. I was just saying because this is all with Tom Homan. It's all because this is him. Because this is what he said he wants to do, and this is one of their biggest focus. Not the groceries, like he said, or not how everybody said the inflation and how we voted for Trump because of inflation, and we want our groceries and we want to get back to living this life where we can afford our everyday stuff. You see, he's not going after that right now for your groceries and your gas. He's going for, the retaliation he wanted to get back for. This, like we said, it's the revenge tour we was coming through. Now, also the other side has said a lot of things, and it's been a lot of course, exchanges in Washington. And we'll, of course, talk about the Democrats as well, too. But right now, looking at Dr. Phil, who had always, in his earlier years, looked like he was more, for the people and not for any side. The last maybe 10 years, maybe less, he's been showing that he's been side more with the with the Republican Party versus just being, nonpartisan in a way. But he was interviewing, what do you call them? Immigrants, illegals on the streets of Chicago that they were arresting, and all of a sudden here comes Tom Homan pop up right next to him, and the guy asked, Dr. Phil asked the guy, he said, what, are you illegal? He's like, yeah. He was like, have you been arrested before? He's like, yeah, I've been arrested. And then Dr. Phil was like, well, you've been arrested for pretty much. He was like, yeah, I want to talk to a lawyer. Then Tom Homan, the border guy for Homeland Security or whatever his title is, he was like, yes, this guy right here was arrested for a sex crime, or this guy was convicted, was arrested for a sex crime prior, but was never deported, and then, and it looked like they just in this like a regular Chicago neighborhood. This don't look like they just somewhere, downtown or anything. So it looked like I thought they were going to start downtown and work their way out, but it looked like they actually are doing, both. They look like they going in these neighborhoods, because I see a lot of people in regular West Side neighborhoods showing the ICE pulling up, and they over there cracking jokes with, talking about the ICE, and you can hear people in the background saying like, man, that family worked every single day that lived in that house, that lives in that house. And then some guy said, that's a Mexican family. Like, no, they Venezuelan. He was like, but they work every day. They ain't doing nothing. So, I feel for that. These families working hard, trying to get to that level to get, legal citizenship or get citizenship. But also, it's everything about, that dream that they wanted to come here legitimately has been cut from them, that quick. Now that's a touchy subject when you're talking about criminals and that. And I don't really want to go too deep on that, but I know we got some other callers, so we got a caller on the air right now.
We got a caller on the air. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. I heard the young man talking about Homan and the situation in Chicago. Listen, we need the playing field to be once and for all leveled again, because we just in Chicago, $362 a night to stay in a hotel room downtown, right? Nobody there but these people that don't even understand our language cleaning this place. You cannot tell me, young man, that there's not people that are filling out applications for these jobs, even at your local, even IHOP. I mean, if you take a job at a Walmart, you'll definitely take a house cleaning job that's paying $26, $22 an hour, okay, to do these hotels. So we need the playing field leveled again. Don't get scared. And believe it or not, brother, it's not even me and your fight. Let them fight for us to get some of this stuff out the way with, because people have come into this country, believe it or not, and have hijacked the civil rights bill that was paid for in black blood. And they don't even care about me and you. They look down on us. And if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't even be able to enjoy what they got going, which they've hijacked. Now that we've got people that are going back in to interpret it, that very law that they're using, they gave me and you. See, we ain't got to worry about it. Gave me and you our freedoms in this little country, supposedly.
Questions or comments?
You can't hear me?
No,
we hear you. We got other callers.
If he want to come back, if he want to address me or engage
nobody is saying anything. We was listening to you. We got other callers, so he's gonna pick up the phone and answer for our other callers, same as he did for you.
I appreciate it, but I want to know why are we so hostile about these people going back?
No, it's not. I'm not hostile at all. My thing is just being observant or being aware. What we do is share with the people. Obviously, this is a mass sweep across the country. So we see.
How do you feel about that?
It's not only Hispanics. It's actually Haitians, Dominicans. It's
look here. Australians. There was some Australian people talking about.
So it's more than just.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean, be honest with you, we knew.
I don't feel nobody is illegal.
We knew it was coming.
Hold on. You don't feel that nobody is illegal?
No, not in America.
Okay, I tell you what. If you go in your house and come back home and some Venezuelans is up in there that made some ham sandwiches and chicken sandwiches up in your house and they sitting down and they eating, what you gonna say?
Squatters.
Ain't nobody squatter. Ain't nobody coming to my house doing anything.
But hold on. You just said ain't nobody illegal.
What do that got to do with my household?
That got to do with that's how they've come here. You have to. I'm using a narrative to give.
They come here and get jobs and get their own houses or do the jobs that plenty Americans don't want to do. Them jobs
why are you saying that plenty Americans don't want to do them? You know we won't. If our kids will go work at Walmart, don't tell me they won't go. If that's the case, then why are we at the temporary services getting turned down every day because the Hispanics is running the temporary services all across the country, and they sending their people out and then send me and your son home.
No, that ain't the case. I worked there for.
Tomorrow I will buy y'all breakfast. I will buy you guys breakfast. I'll buy you breakfast and we can go to a couple of temporary services. I'll buy you dinner and lunch. I'll take time. We can go to any temporary service you want to go to. We go to 4 or 5 of them. If I have to prove my point, I will pay you guys to ride with me on a ride along to show you what's going on. Bro, you telling me that that's not the truth. That means you ain't engaging out here.
No, I am engaging. I work for the food share program in the state of Wisconsin.
Okay, you said food share program. I'm talking about the temporary agency, like Staffing Point.
Staffing Points have always had high Latino
No. They have not always had.
Since the change, since the country's changing, there's going to be changing with the staffing. Staffing was always in the city of Milwaukee. I knew a lot of brothers growing up that was getting temporary jobs and going through temp programs and getting picked up and taking the staffing buses, and it was full of black people. Now that the things changing and we did allow certain groups to come into Milwaukee or certain areas, you're gonna see the change, but that ain't got nothing to do with. And that's not an issue. If it starts,
it's a takeover, brother. It's a takeover. Do you understand? We've been invaded, and they haven't fired one bullet. They used a piece of paper. They got me and you when we got the Dred Scott the Dred Scott Civil Rights Act that was passed. Do you understand? They have hijacked that.
I agree with you.
I just want y'all to set something up. Brother Ryder, I'll give him my phone number. I think she know how to get in contact with me. Let's just do it. Let's just take a little field trip around the city, and then we won't have to.
I don't need to take a field trip with you.
We see staffing. We see staffing situations all the time. We got a staffing.
Then you see your people is left out, right?
I see my people. Yeah, I agree.
We know our people been left out.
Our people.
Hold on, they there every day.
It's also the decisions that you make,
Hispanics,
and it's what you take as a career.
You can go. This sweep of this country is not just Hispanics.
No, it's not.
But it's not just
Haitians,
Hispanics. Hey, look here, it's Somalis.
So, do you feel that way about the Asians and the Africans taking over the tech? Because if that's the case, you got the Asians and the Africans and the Indians been taking over tech. You ain't saying nothing about them. You talking about low level staffing? Hold on, wait. You talking about staffing and temp services?
Let's
talk about tech.
Let's talk
about tech positions and cybersecurity and building apps, etc. And we ain't talking about the Indians and the Africans and the Asians that are not from here doing that. You talking about the low level stuff. If we gonna get somewhere and try to catch a bag, we should be focusing on staffing jobs. Your mindset is, man, we can't get a staffing job at Walmart because we kings and queens. We supposed to be elevated to the next level.
The majority of our people, brother, and the majority of America is not going to do that.
When you get done, just like he said, we kings and queens, and like when you said,
we can start at the staff.
Hold on, because you're not gonna overtalk us. We let you talk.
Hold up, listen. I normally wouldn't do this, and they know I normally wouldn't do this, but I gotta do this. First of all, Meats, for you to say that they're not kings and queens, you wrong. They are kings and queens. And the jobs that we should have is the same
right
$30, $40, $50 an hour job that the white folks can get without being qualified. Facts. You can have a black person that's qualified, but because his name may be spelled like a black person or he's black, he's not going to get those jobs. Yeah. So the job he got to settle for is McDonald's and then work 93 hours a week to try to survive, man. Come on, man. Don't do that, bro.
Over the whites. Come on now.
I agree with all of that. Hey, man, ain't now one of y'all in there more racist than me.
No, I ain't racist at all, brother. And you shouldn't be racist.
You're not racist because you
again. Hold on. I gotta cut this again.
He's not racist either because he never controlled the whole race.
This ain't even my show, and
you could be prejudiced.
First of all, bro, for you to say that you're a racist, you're ignorant.
Yeah.
And that's stupid because that's what we're fighting against. Is the racists that we are receiving. So. Again, and then Misha, by you being so-called a clergy or whatever you want to call yourself, to have racism in your heart is hatred.
Yeah.
You don't supposed to have hatred in your heart, and this is why the world cannot grow and thrive because there's hatred in people's heart. Yeah. And this is an example of hatred. And you getting on the radio spewing this stuff is stupid, man. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that what you equating us to. Equating us to. No, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. What you're equating us to is just like the Trump administration said when they were out campaigning, that they're taking all the African American and Hispanic jobs, which is low-wage jobs. We deserve more than that.
Thank you.
And my kid don't got to go work at McDonald's. My kid don't got to go work at Walmart. My kids are skilled just like any other white kid is skilled, and they can get a proper paying job as well.
Thank you.
So I don't look at those jobs as, these are black jobs and we need to even the playing field. We need to even the playing field with Caucasian people as well. Because we won't get hired if we had the skills because you're black.
And they try to pitch it like, well, these are job entries. These are entry level jobs to start. No, that's trash because you don't have to start at the bottom.
Brother, can I say this to you?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Now listen, right out. You just gave me a tongue lashing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm not gonna push back on that. Besides, when you made the statement that's stupid,
it is.
Because no, it's not. Because listen, brother, listen. I believe in putting my people first. Okay. Now, if you want to put some other people first before you, that's fine. Before white people, before Haitian people, before any of these other Hispanic people, these African people that come into this country, I believe that the Negro in America should be first.
I totally agree with you with that. Now, but however, that when you vote for a president that don't even consider us to even been first, because look at his cabinet picks. No blacks is in the cabinet. One, okay. Two, he got rid of DEI, which would have put black people in high positions. So that telling me,
what did he equate us to?
Exactly.
He literally said they're taking our jobs. That means African American jobs is
supposed to be the low paying job, which again is almost like a symbolic of George Floyd, because you keeping me under your knee, you're keeping me under your foot, which again, how can America grow if this is the land of the free, home of the brave, and all that other stuff that they say? Well, why is it that I got to start at the 50 cent an hour job and you got a white person that's starting $50 an hour?
Why is that?
Brother, hold on. All white people, hold on, brother, right out. Me and you, right out.
Yes,
you
sir.
got more money, right out.
Yes, sir.
You got more money than a whole lot of white folk right now. So with white folk, and then just because he got the white skin, don't mean he got.
But that's because I put in the work, bro. I put in the work and did what I had to do to get the money I got, bro.
Okay,
they wouldn't just give it to me.
You didn't get no handout from no white.
Not at all. So this was something that I had to work for.
You worked hard and got your skills on your own.
So me sitting in the position that I'm sitting in is because of me putting in the hard work to do what I got to do. Compared to
you ever have one of those low-level entry jobs?
Brother, I'm finna be honest with
you. When I was a teenager, yeah.
No. I mean, my story is a little different. I've been self-employed since 12 years old, and that's because my gift has made room for me. This is really, to be honest with you, this is really, my first, I guess you call it blue-collar job, 9-to-5 job, because everything else has been music and me traveling.
I want y'all to never forget this. Oatmeal is better than no meal. You understand that? And when we got young folk on the street with nothing, we got kids on the street that want to work and can't get a job. Send these people back. And guess what? Look at all the real estate they done claimed.
All right. Thank you so much, but we got other callers, and unless you going to pay a fee to broadcast on this show, we got other callers. We can't just spend the whole
fee. How much I got to pay?
That's unfair. It's
how much callers waiting. I want to pay a fee.
Thanks for calling. We're going to take a break real quick on Being Voices Radio. We got somebody?
Yeah. This other caller been sitting on there for
almost 30 minutes.
Oh, God.
Caller, you on the air. You got to turn down your radio.
Okay, my radio. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I was calling about a tweet that Eric Trump put out. But he's deleted it right away. I don't know if you guys heard it. I want you, if you guys look it up, Eric Trump's deleted tweet. I'm not going to read it because I was going to read it, but after listening to that last clown, I was screaming on the phone, let me in, tag me in, let me in the ring. Okay, let me start with this. First of all, one of the biggest lies ever told in the capitalist society of America is when white people told other minorities that you're poor because of another minority group, which is a lie. You're not poor because of them. Let me say this to you. This is true. There has never, ever been an immigrant who has taken an American job. That has never happened. Never. It was given to them by their corporate greedy masters. It's simple. Only they can hire black people. Why would I hire you? They can hire that dude for half the price. Let me tell you something.
For half the price.
Exactly.
How could you hire illegal? You saying they're illegal, but you hire them.
Hire them and put them out
over me.
You.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pay the money to me that's owed to me. So I'll take the illegal route and then point save and cut save and all this other stuff. Because you still gonna get the work done that I need done. It's just at a less
at a less
cost,
at a less rate.
But now that they're talking about getting rid of these people, now those people that's gonna be at less pay is gonna be us, because now that you're gonna have to pay us the minimum wage. Because we ain't gonna take the cut of you cutting $7 a half to $3 and some cents. Now you're gonna have to pay the $7, but that's gonna be us working those jobs.
Right.
That's what
what happens to the price? What happens to the price of the product? Goes up. So wait for that.
Right,
but listen to that guy, and I agree with you. First of all, nobody's illegal. This is God's country.
Thank you.
When I first took a plane to San Diego for my boot camp, I looked out the window and I started laughing. And this guy next to me was looking at me like, why am I laughing? And I go, for some reason, I was expecting to see borders. I see borders like lines. And he looked at me like, you can't be that stupid. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm so used to listening to him to see things. Like, when God looks down from heaven, he sees no borders. That's how I sweep with those borders. But back there, the guy who before me, who talked about, well, they got all these agencies and yada, yada, yada. We can open our own agencies if we want to. But for us to do that, we got work to do. We're going up against the corporate structure. If you really want to get rid of immigrants, you really want to get rid of them, it's like you guys just said, like I just said. Bill Clinton himself wanted to build a wall. Republicans were happy about it. Bill Clinton wanted to tell a bunch of people. Republicans were happy about it. But when Bill Clinton said, I want to start fining these corporations and companies thousands of dollars a day for every illegal they hire, all Republicans got all over. Oh, he's anti-business. He's anti-this. He's anti-that. If you want to get rid of them, tell them you can't hire these people. You can't hire
them. There you go.
Companies, they get rated every year. They're rated people back because there's no consequence to them.
Exactly.
Go to the companies that do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because you know very well you need them. I had a racist guy I used to work with real quick before I go. He was complaining about how he was Republican. He was a Republican to the core, racist to the core. Oh, he had to have his $10,000 roof fixed. $10,000 have his roof fixed. A month later, I asked him, hey man, what happened to your roof? And I got it fixed. That's $6,000 I ever paid. I'm like, 6? You said 10. I found a company that I'm like, well, did that company hire illegal? His response, it's not my responsibility who they hire. I was like, you hypocrite.
Yeah, I bet you didn't, because you were saving from that. Like the maids y'all got in y'all basement and all that.
Hey, get out of here, man, with that mess. But no, before I go to the biggest concept is, again, it's whites pitching blacks against browns. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a lot of Hispanics because they voted for Trump. I mean, I'm upset with that. I warned them it was going to happen. But still, that last guy who called, man, don't be stupid. If Hispanics were gone, all Hispanics were gone, you think they'll say, oh, we're sorry, black people, we love you. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I have to call people that, but you're an idiot.
Because what they don't know is when they get done taking all these illegals out, what you think their next target gonna be?
We're gonna be next.
No kidding. Let me take the next caller. Thank you. You had some very good advice.
Yeah,
caller, you on the air.
He hit it right on the nail.
I finally got on the air.
The doctor.
This is the Reverend Dr. Andrew Ward.
Yes, sir.
And all of that stuff y'all was talking this morning, you missed the main point.
Yeah.
The main point is money.
Great. Yeah.
We do not have a democracy. We do not have a republic. We have a plutocracy. Money rules. Yeah. And the plutocracy is made up of oligarchy. Oligarchy is the rich people ruling. And the immigrants are not taking any jobs because President, Trump, he has migrants working in
his hotel.
You call it oligarchy, whatever his fake policy is in Florida. And the only difference between blacks and whites is money and financial literacy. If we understood anything about money, we would not be in the shape we're in. And some earlier caller said there's many more poor white folks than there is black. And the best example of that is Black Wall Street. When they see you doing good, they tear you down.
Tear you down.
Yeah.
There you go.
That and everything else that has that black successful
was out there got assassinated. Should name them. And y'all have a good one.
You do. You have a great one.
You have a great
one. Yeah. Speaking of money and just staying on, like you did see also that the Saudis decided to invest $600 billion into the U.S., which includes investments, procurements into the United States. Now, where that's going and how that's really being broken down, that's probably a whole nother subject. But it says the economy minister Faisal Abdulhaim, I believe that's pronounced like that, said on Friday that the kingdom's $600 billion expanded package with the United States includes investments as well as procurement from the public and private sectors. Al-Ibrahim's comments excuse me. Again, this is reported by Reuters, were the first public remarks by a Saudi official after U.S. President Donald Trump said that the kingdom's investment should be rounded up to $1 trillion. So Saudi Arabia State News Agency said on Thursday that the Crown Prince had affirmed the kingdom's intention to broaden its investments with trades with the United States over the next 4 years in the amount of about $600 billion, potentially beyond that. So, the Saudis are going to try to put their stamp on the United States, How about you give us some of those Saudi investments and do some infrastructure over here? Because we could take some of y'all infrastructure ideas, because we are struggling in food and groceries, infrastructure. For us, they want to make this, and this thing with this golden America and all this. All I hear is that 40s, 50s when white America was running it. That's what I hear when I say golden America. But let's cut the bull crap and let's make this. You know what I'm saying? The golden, the black, the silver, the brown, everybody's era, because that's what it's really going to have to be for success in this country. Unless you want to see everything just completely broken down. Because y'all know we got infrastructure issues. The new administration, just like the last administration, knew it as well. So if y'all want to make it golden and talk all that golden talk, why don't you start off with doing what you said you was going to do and take the focus off of immigrants? We got another caller on the air. Then we're going to take a break.
Caller, you on there?
Hey, just had a comment, went turn my radio down. But just in reference to a previous caller's comment regarding this deportation, and just for the general public or the general listening audience, we all need to recognize that if the 14th Amendment birthright citizenship is abolished, that will affect all African Americans as well in this country that are born, that are living here now, and that will be born into the future.
I'm glad you highlighted that, because that's what I keep telling everybody. They keep they can send these immigrants back. What you're not realizing is who's the next on the totem pole for them to say, because they do say every 25 years they see if we're still considered relevant enough to be citizens in America, African Americans. So what do you think is going to happen next when they take all these people back to their countries? What do you think is going to happen to us?
Well, he made reference to the Dred Scott decision and then everything else related to the 14th Amendment. I heard him earlier talk about how that amendment was added after the Revolutionary War, or the war to end slavery, if you will. And then it came in to give black folks, the descendants of slaves, the right to be citizens being born here, right? And if that gets abolished, where does that leave you? I mean, you could theoretically say it will also affect white people who were born here, but that ain't gonna happen. That's not how it's gonna be applied. And so when you think about the judicial system and how Trump has been able to play that system to do his bidding, right? With all of the immunity stuff and what they're doing now, just rounding people up, taking them. If that gets abolished, it's going to affect more than just people who are coming to here considered to be immigrants, right? And we need to keep that in mind. These things are far-reaching. And don't think they're gonna stop just because when you want to take over something and you're afraid of competition, and you're insecure about who you are, then you do anything you can to eliminate the competition and to bring a level of security to yourself, to get back to what he said, make America great again, or turning the country back to a place from his childhood memories, so to speak. And I'll leave it at that.
Right.
Thanks for taking my call.
You so much. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. And like you said, that's that going into that 50s, that 40s, 50s era, that pre-civil rights era, cutting everything off. I was just even looking at it. They was just stating, was he turning? It's going to be Dred Scott too. Also, what Eric Trump's, you might not have seen this, but Eric Trump tweeted something last night and then deleted it. This is what it said for anybody that didn't get to it. So Eric Trump's tweet makes threats for golden age. So this is what he said in his tweet last night when it got deleted. Any and all of you who dare to defy the American golden age, heed this warning. You will lose. Will in capital letters. Toe the line, or we will in capital letters. Run you down! ! The gloves are off. We're not playing around this time. For now, it's tariffs, but trust me, we can and we will do, in capital letters, so much more. Capital letters, so capital letter for much and more. So this was a deleted tweet that he had put out there. Just to kind of let y'all know just some of the things.
Tell them what the golden era is.
I really don't know what the golden age is but what it sounds like to me is what we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's when they considered it the golden era, when they perspired over us.
You talking about when? I don't have no comment on that.
I'm saying when they when we had the low paying jobs, when we were struggling, when we were pretty much more like sharecroppers.
So this pretty much is just when everybody was below the majority, just to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. Okay. So all right, we hit that topic. Callers, thank y'all today. Today was some good conversation. I do got a few things to kind of wrap up, since we next week we will have a couple guests. Been lining up, talking to LaToya, like, hey, what you want to do? We're gonna mix in some partners and some future partnerships. We also will have a community. Well, I thought this was pretty cool for artists and artists alike across the city. A great friend of mine who I've known for over 20 years has a team and the Outlet app, and it's a virtual venue for live entertainment and digital distribution, where artists, comedians, and entertainers can keep 50% up direct to their consumer sales.
I think I'd seen I don't know if that's the right one that you're talking about, but I seen something like that on Facebook.
Based out of Milwaukee. So we'll have them on. Yeah, we're gonna have them on the air, and I thought this would be cool because one, it's we as community is developed by some people from the north side of Milwaukee,
and it's beneficial.
And us having artists and people that we all work with. So if y'all got anybody who may be interested in that, including yourself, Jermaine, please have them tap in next week, Monday. We'll have them on the show. We are looking at bringing on, as well as a partner I've been trying to get on for a minute, which we'll have her on the show next week, Tuesday. Be Purpose Driven Sisters. I then finally got Ryan McNair. So shout out to Ryan. I seen her at a job fair last week about the community, where a lot of Black people were in there, not just looking at housekeeping jobs. There were jobs of all types of backgrounds, office.
Right. Because that's something I'm getting tired of them saying is trying to put us against them, saying that they taking our jobs.
Yeah.
That job couldn't feed a family if he wanted to. Them is for high schoolers.
Right.
Those jobs that he's talking about is for high schoolers.
Yeah. So, but anyway, well, I was saying to say that I seen Ryan there last week with another organization that she or a business that she has, and we're gonna have her on, and she's been doing a lot as well. So what we're trying to do, and I know LaToya, you were talking about somebody else we want to get on as well. So anybody that you want to tap in with, that Wisconsin Voices partners with, or think we should partner with, let us know.
Hey, y'all have a great day, and y'all can wash y'all car this week.
It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be a little warm.
It's gonna be warm.
We got a heat wave, y'all. Break out the shorts. Be Voice Radio. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great one.